Hi everyone and welcome along. It's the Friday quick fix and that means right now that we are going through different designs for Delftware tile patterns. So today we're going to do some flowers because actually we've done bugs on flowers but we haven't made the flower the main event. So grab your paints and let's get started. I don't know about you, but I'm really enjoying this series. Okay, so we're going to do some flowers today. I've got some more bits of watercolour paper cut out at 12 centimetres and yeah, let's go. So, I'm going to do a curved stem in the middle of the page, and with that, I'm going to do a tulip, I think. So this is the main stem. There's the curve of where the flower is going to sit. These are leaves, and remember we paint in a slightly stylized manner with these Delft tiles, so I'm just doing that basically. And then for the tulip, one petal, two, and then maybe 3 and 4. Yeah, I like that. And so the general rule is we begin with a dilute wash of some Cobalt Blue Deep, just quite naively on the piece, which is going to help us tell the story of the shape. There we go, and then we're going to move on to the next one. So I thought, I always think of Delftware as like rural life, the countryside, and I thought about sort of farming and sort of ears of corn. So if I do a central line here, I want to do, it might be a bunch of lavender, it might be more like corn, but we're just building up a shape. And maybe we have a little rope holding everything together. And what I'm going to do with a size 0 brush, I think I'm going to do like blobs of colour like that on all of them. And then that also means you can decide how long they are. So I just added in a few extra ones, put that to one side, and finally just a nice little simple flower, either like a sort of a Astrantia or even like a little lily or something. A few little leaves. I always start with a curve just to like fill the space. Then I just do some little curves or some little circles to give me the idea of what flowers I'm going to paint. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of fill up the base of these curve shapes. Put a simple sweep down the middle of the there, and then just a few little stars coming out from the centre of these circles. And there we have it. So we just need those all to dry and then we can get on with the decoration. This is the joy of doing 3 at once, because you get to let one dry whilst the others are being painted. Okay, so we've got our concentrated French ultramarine blue, which is going to be our outline colour. And I've got a size 0 brush. I've also got a 4/10 just in case. And I am going to go over my pencil lines. That's just about thin enough. And then it's all about the little extra lines of detail that you pop in there to give it its character. You'll notice that I'm holding the brush quite vertically when I do those lines, and then when I'm doing things with a bit more fluidity, I'm going for holding it more like a pen. So it's just me. You might have a different preference, but when I'm doing long controlled lines, I like to go vertically with the way I'm holding my brush. These tiles also have corner patterns and details as well. We're going to be looking at those when we've completed our set. And I think we're going to do, we'll do 9 or 12 in total. I haven't quite decided yet, but we've done, we did 3 last week with some bugs. Well, we have three bugs, because the first one was a butterfly when we did a one-off, and everyone loved it so much we were like, right, we better keep going with this. So yeah, we've got a butterfly, then we've got a dragonfly, and we also did a beetle. And now we're going to have some flowers. So there's our tulip, looking lovely. I think I am going to go down to a slightly smaller brush for this one, because the first thing I want to do is to put in some rope. So I'm going to do a little twisty, so a little S, and then fill it in the bottom, little S, and then a little loop, then another, right, little S, little S. There you go, and you might just need to tuck it up on the bottom. I think we'll do one more. A little S. Then with each ear of corn, I'm going to start at the bottom and use that central line. You can always put a few more in if you want. And I think paint in all of these first before you do your stems. You could always do a few extra little dashes on them for a bit of texture. So I'm now looking at drawing in the stems. So follow the pencil lines if you've got them, I'm looking at whether I can do 2 parallel lines. Okay, finished with that one, and on to our final one. So for this, I'm going to paint in a series of petals from that curve and then just some in between. And the leaves can just be outlined, and then you could always put in a few extra lines. And then for the open face flowers, I think a little dot center, and then just make sure your petals are anchored into that middle there. And then you can just fill up your rest of your flowers just like that. And there we have our 3 new tiles to add to our collection. So I hope you're painting along at home, whether you're doing your own versions or following along just like this. We're going to have an amazing set by the end of it. So just let me know how you're getting on with it, comment below, and like the video to share it with as many people as possible. We love to spread the word about the wonder of watercolour, and of course if you never want to miss another video, then hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and we'll see you again next time. Bye!